Hey good people, what's happening? David Taub here from nextlevelguitar.com, and I have another practice chord progression for you beginners out there today. You know, we do lessons for beginners, intermediates, advanced. We mix it up. Check out more of our lessons here on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Rock On Good People. We do all genres of music, but today is for the beginners, and it's a cool classic kind of rock vibe chord progression. Very easy, fun, and fast that I think you will really like. And the chords we're going to be using in this is going to be a D to a D major 7th. Now, I talked about this in lessons previously, going from a major to a major 7th in the same root note, like a D to a D major 7th. It's a real kind of classic rock sound, real Eagles-y kind of sound, like if I do a G to a G major 7th. You have that one note movement, right, where you're adding that major 7th note, which really adds color to the chords. You're going from that happy sounding major chord to a kind of real sweet, kind of jazzy, kind of dreamy sounding major 7th. And that's really useful, especially on acoustic guitar, and you have these beautiful open chords ringing. But you could do these lessons on electric too. Doesn't matter. So the progression we're going to do is we're going to play, and I'm going to show you some different strum patterns too. So the chords we're going to use in this progression today are D, D major 7th, G, G major 7th, all one measure each, E minor, A, and D. So you have your D major chord, G major 7th chord, with the first finger barring the high 3 strings with the open D. Your G major chord, which you can play 4th finger or 3 finger, whatever you prefer. It's still a G chord. G major 7th. Remember, mute that A string by letting this first finger kind of, you know, catch that A string to mute it. E minor, A. Use a 3-finger A. Some people play it with a bar. Either way, but I like getting that high E string open. Alright, so there we have the chords, and now let's do a strum pattern. And if you just want to start, if you're just a drop dead beginner, you know, you could do progressions and make them sound musical. A lot of times students early on their guitar journeys get frustrated because what they're playing isn't sounding musical. You're not creating any music. It sounds very sterile, mechanical. Well, you have to add rhythm to the strums. You can't be strumming everything, you know, like the old teachers used to teach you, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. That's not very musical because there's no rests in it, no repeated series of rests. That's what gives music its life's blood. These rests that we have to kind of insert by pulling out a strum here and there and making what's called strum patterns, rhythmic patterns. So we're going to do an easy pattern first. Let's do one with all downstrokes. This way you don't have to worry about the upstrokes. Like I said, you beginners, you'll love this because there's no upstrokes involved. So it's just, we're going to do like this, just down, 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 down. Just 6 downstrokes, but there's rhythm there because I'm not doing this. I'm not playing on every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4 on every 8th note. I'm playing down, then I'm leaving one out and I'm resting. Down, rest, down, down, rest, down, down, down. So I'm inserting those rests and then repeating those rests. And that's why it sounds more musical. So the strum pattern will be down, 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 down. Down, rest, down, down, rest, down, down, down. 1 downstroke, rest. 2 downstrokes, rest, down, down, down. Each one of those is a measure long, and you're going to change chords as soon as you're done one time through the strum or a 4 count or a measure. And on the D chord, it'll sound like this. Get that down first. So once you have that strum down, start adding the chords. And, you know, at first, just practice the changes one at a time, using those chord change mechanics, you know. And if you want to see these chords out on paper, you know, sometimes it helps to see the chord charts. Just click on the link below this video. YouTube changes their format. Sometimes it's up here, sometimes over here, but right now it's below. Click on that blue link and we'll send you our free ebook. Just fill in your email address and we'll send you our free little ebook, 11 pages, which has a lot of these open chords diagrammed out. And there's lessons in there also on how to improve your chord changing, diagram of the fretboard. It's a cool little book because sometimes it helps when you see them drawn out on paper. So be sure to get that little ebook. Okay, so we're going to go through the whole chord progression. And let's try first, before I teach a new strum pattern, let's just do the all downs first. Last time on the D, we're going to stay on the D 2 measures. All the other chords are 1 measure. So let's try that first with this strum pattern of all down strokes. 2, 3, 4. Very good. The last time I did that there, I just varied it a little bit. On the last time on the D major chord, on the second measure, instead of doing the, I just played on every eighth note, because doing that every once in a while, especially on the last measure before you go back to the first chord, it adds some tension, adds some dynamics. So I was just playing on every eighth note, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and, right? So, and then you could like start off mellow and increase the volume. And that helps bring you back around to the 1 chord, to the first chord again, to the first chord in the measure. So practice that. Will really help you with your changes and really help you with that, you know, going from that major to that major 7, because you're doing it on the D and on the G. All right, so let's try the same progression, but this time let's try a different strum pattern. This one's going to be a little harder, but let's go for it, you know? If you're going to have the operation, right? So let's try a strum pattern where we're going to throw in some stops, where we're just going to stop playing and kind of just put our hands on the strings, and that stop really adds a lot of, you know, of tension, release, of dynamics, and you could put these in at any points in your playing where it's appropriate, but it'll sound like this on the D chord. Let me just play you the strum pattern. That's the strum, and you should practice that strum. Practice it on any. Here it is on the G. So what am I doing? I'm doing, very easy, I'm doing a down, up, down, up. So it's a straight eighth note. 1 and 2. And then I'm stopping and resting. But when I stop, I put my hand on the string, because I don't want them ringing out like that. I want it to stop. And then I hit them again with a downstroke. So practice this strum in sections. The first section being this down, up, and then just grab the strings. And then the second part, after you grab the strings, we could do another downstroke and let it ring with a rest. So it's down, up, hold the strings, down and rest. And then the last part is just a down, and then grab the strings again. Down, grab the strings. So the whole thing real slow. So I'm holding the strings in the beginning, at the end, kind of killing it, and then in the middle, on the down, I'm letting it ring. So just those little simple things really add so much to your strum. So practice it on all your chords. So let's play that whole progression and with this new strum pattern. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. you could do this with all your progressions, changing the strum pattern. You don't always have to play the same strum pattern throughout the whole progression, you know. That's how you kind of start to mix things up and add interest to your playing. Give this progression a try, but remember, this is just a practice progression I came up with to help you with this major 7th change and also with a few new patterns. And, you know, I think you'll really see once you start practicing this, making music, getting it to sound rhythmic, it's really going to empower you to pick up the guitar more, practice your changes more, and you will get it. Stay positive. I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care and rock on.